Well, Facebook live stream thing does it again. Um, and we're just having some hiccups, and so I'm sorry for that. Um, so this is the other camera on my computer that's way down by the keyboard. So I have my computer all weird because I can't get the other camera to work. Um, so I apologize for being a couple minutes late. I was really trying to get the silly thing to work. Um, so thank you for your patience. I hope you can see me and that it's not too like such a weird angle. And we'll keep struggling with the Facebook live stream thing um, to try and get it worked out, because this afternoon it worked pretty well, and now of course it doesn't want to work. So welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for sharing a few minutes with me so that we can do some meditation together. Uh, so like every day right now, it seems that really since March, it seems like every day there is more stuff, more drama, more stuff, and every day new things that are coming out that are trying to us and that are really make us struggle in our capacity. So I'm glad that you're here, and feel free to type in the comments and say hi. I would love to hear from you. And we're going to just talk for a minute about meditation, and then we'll get into it. I do want to take a couple of minutes and just ask, what are your big meditation questions? Because I know that can be really, like, I get people all the time who are like, I can't meditate. I don't know, that's not for me. I'm like, and I remember like 23, 24 years ago, with I went to a prenatal yoga class with my son, who's 22 now. And there is an element of a yoga class, which is that quietness, that meditation. And I thought, you've got to be kidding me! I can't deal with this. And it wasn't something I was ready to receive, because we have this idea, I think, about, hi, Lindsay. I think we have this idea about meditation as being something that's like, you have to empty your mind, and that's not really the case. And then there are others who have said, meditation, if you're not pondering, some passage of the Bible, then it's not meditation, and it's blasphemy, and you're doing something that's against God. And I don't think that either of those things are true. And I don't think that um, that having the time to just sit quietly with your thoughts is ever a bad thing. Because when we can really learn to quiet the monkey mind, then we can really have a better opportunity of being able to hear our true thoughts, our innermost thoughts, our thoughts from guidance, and to really connect with the truth of who we are and what we're here for. So I think that it becomes really, really important. Um, should you have a dedicated meditation space? That's an awesome question. I think it depends on what you have available to you. Before this room is my reading room. This is where I work with clients. And before I had this room, when we had people living here, and originally this was actually my husband's office, and so I had no space. And I would go out and I would sit by my tree, Nakama, in my front yard, and I would just sit next to the tree. Sometimes I would sit on the front porch. I have a beautiful bench on the front porch, and then finally one day I created a little tiny corner in my bedroom, because that was the space that I had available to me. And even now, I will meditate, most of the time just sitting on my bed or sitting in a chair in the bedroom, and I will come in here at times as well. So you don't need to have a dedicated meditation space, but you need to have a place that you can call your own, and that you can feel comfortable in, and that you won't be interrupted. So I wouldn't have meditation in my living room, unless it was like a sister circle and there was a group meditation, because any millions of things could interrupt in that. And so having a place where you can close the door and you can just tune out the world makes a big difference. So it doesn't have to be the same place. One of my favorite places to meditate is in Mead Gardens, which is near downtown Orlando. One of my other favorite places is to do a floating meditation in the springs at Blue Springs State Park, where we protect the manatees, and to just let the current take me, and to really just be present in the nature, and while it floats me back out to the river, and to just really just be present and to hear the guidance from the trees. And so you don't need a dedicated meditation space, but you need a dedicated practice. You need to choose to do it, and but you can meditate anywhere. There are people that meditate walking their dog, or people that run in the meditation, and it's not ever. It's never, for me, it's not ever about getting your mind to turn off, because I don't think that's possible. So I don't think it was ever about getting your mind to turn off. I think it's just about putting yourself in a space where you can be fully present in the moment. Sometimes I do use oil or crystals. I love essential oils. I do have a candle lit right now next to me. There's a candle. I hate this stupid camera. But I do have a candle, and some people like to stare at the candle as a focal point. I have crystals all around me, so I don't necessarily specifically use them for meditation, unless I'm looking for specific information. If I'm doing a meditation for past life regression for myself, I may take a crystal with me for that, or for Akashic Records work in my own Akashic Records, and I may take a crystal with me for meditation in that. I love incense. I love the essential oils. So anything that's going to bring you to relax and to help you really just zone out and allow yourself to not worry about the laundry or the groceries or the whatever. Any of those things, if it helps you, it's great. And if it doesn't, if it's a distraction, skip it. So, there's not rules. There's not like, oh, you have to this, you have to that. So it really is what is going to help you have the most focus. So for example, incense, I wouldn't use my anti-stress, which puts me to sleep. I wouldn't use cinnamon, that wakes me up. I would use something very calming. I love vanilla incense. And I love the citrus oils. There's lots of different things. There's not any right or a wrong answer there. So any other questions before we get started? I know I see some people coming in and out, so they're seeing this terrible camera angle and they're getting scared. They're like, no, I'm out of here. Okay, so if we're ready, what I'm going to do is I would like to invite you to put both feet on the floor, but it's more important to be comfortable. So it doesn't necessarily have to be your legs uncrossed or your feet on the ground or anything like that. Just more important to be comfortable and to sit comfortably where you're not going to be fidgety for 10-15 minutes. Okay. And I really always like to suggest putting your tongue on the roof of your mouth, because holding it there gives your left brain something to do, and your left brain is the monkey mind and the ego, and that's really what's in there. And so having something in that left brain to keep the left brain occupied is really is a good habit, until you can have more control over it yourself. So it just kind of gives it, it's like giving a child some toys to play with. So I always like to start with my conscious breath. And so we're going to breathe in as deeply as we possibly can, and we're going to hold. And then we're going to exhale, and we're going to use all the belly muscles, and we're going to exhale as fully as we can to really get all the breath out, so that we can really clean out the lungs. And we're going to do that 3 times. So we're going to breathe in as fully as we can and just hold it, but you don't have to hold it for as long as I hold it. Just hold it, just really to feel that pause. And then we're going to have that exhale. Okay. And again, just to use those belly muscles and really push that air from the belly up the lungs, the heart, the neck, and really push it out the mouth so that you're really empty. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and put on our meditation music. I love this piece of music, and we're going to get started. Okay. So go ahead and close your eyes if you feel safe to do so. And we're just going to take that deep breath in, that first deep breath. Just inhale as much air as you can and hold and exhale, really pushing all the air out. Hold and inhale. Deep, deep, deep. And exhale. Push it all out. And one more time, inhale. Hold and exhale. And now I invite you to just continue breathing normally, just in and out. Keep that tongue on the roof of your mouth to keep your left brain focused on something else. And just continue breathing in and out. We want to start today by welcoming in a beautiful kaleidoscope, a rainbow of colors coming down from above. Just every color imaginable. It's Pride Month. We want to hit all the chakras. We're going to bring that rainbow of color down from source, from above. And we're going to have that come in through the crown chakra. And as it comes down into the body, and that beautiful rainbow source of light is going to completely fill up all of the physical body. So the light goes all the way down into our toes. And the light goes all the way down to fill up our feet, like filling up a bottle. And that light continues to pour in into the body. And it fills up the ankles. And it fills up the calves and the shins. And the light continues to pour in, that beautiful rainbow colored light from above continues to pour in from above. And it fills up our knees. And it fills up our thighs. And it fills up our hips. And we notice that not only is this beautiful light filling up the outside, filling up the inside of our body, it's also filling up the outside. So there is a rise of like a bubble filling up around us, filling up with this beautiful rainbow light that's filling us from the inside and oozing out through all of our pores and filling up a bubble around us as well. And as the light continues to come in, it fills up from our hips and into our belly and into our chest. And the light continues to pour in and fill up our neck and shoulders. And it's filling up on the outside as well as it comes in and it pushes out through our pores and fills up all around us through our neck and our jaw and our face, and especially in our eyes and our forehead where we hold so much stress. And that beautiful light, that rainbow light, is filled up our entire body, and it pours out from the top of our heads, continuing to fill up this bubble of rainbow light all around us. Just breathe that in. And now, we imagine and visualize this beautiful rainbow of light inside and out is beginning to move in a counterclockwise direction. It is shifting around us, in front of us from right to left. It is shifting around us, and that beautiful light is spinning, and it's getting faster as it spins around inside us and without, in anything that does not serve us. anything that does not belong to us, anything that is not part of our highest and best good, is pulled away, is pulled away by the light out from our bodies and absorbed into the rainbow swirling around us. Any worry, any stress, any frustration, any fear, anything that does not serve us in our highest and best good is pulled as our energy continues to spin, that light continues to spin. And as all those things are pulled away from us, we take a moment and we invite any pieces of our lost energy that have been pulled away from us over this past week. We call them back. We call them to return to us now. I hereby ask to return any pieces of my own energy that have strayed away or been pulled away from me to return to me now. I call my energy back to me now. And if I feel the energy and myself come back together, and the swirling rainbow is going to just drop into the floor, drop into Mother Earth, and be replenished into Mother Earth, taking with it anything that did not serve me, anything that was not mine. Mother Earth will restore it to its proper place in the universe, and all things will be used to nourish her, nourish Mother Earth. And we breathe in and knowing that all of our pieces of energy have been restored to us and replaced in their proper place within us. And we continue to receive that beautiful rainbow of light, filling in any gaps, any spaces in our energy where something may have been removed that was not ours. And we breathe. And we breathe. And today we want to move our meditation to a place of peace and calm and protection. And so we're going to take a moment in our meditation time and send out love and light to all of those so dearly struggling in this time of crisis in our nation. And so as you have the beautiful rainbow light continuing to pour into you, to imagine beautiful little tendrils of rainbow light emanating out from you and sending them out like little threads into the universe to bring healing light and love to anyone who needs it. And as we send love out to so many people in pain, we receive back so much more, so much more, as all we send out into the world truly does flow back to us tenfold. And we are filled with the light and the love of the universe. And we share it with those around us who need extra love and extra help and extra support. And we continue to hold that space of love, to hold that space of peace, to hold that space of knowing everything is going to be okay. and that everything that's happening will bring us closer to a better day. Now it's time to start to make our way back into our bodies. So we continue to be filled with this beautiful rainbow light from above. And as we start to wiggle our toes, the light begins to move up the body, taking with it all of the beautiful colors, except the white. The white light will stay with us always. And the light moves up our body, up our feet and our ankles. And it continues, the rainbow light continues to lift up our body, the shins and the knees, and continues to move up our hips and up into our belly and our torso. And the rainbow light lifts up like a curtain being raised. And as it's going up, we can wiggle our feet and our legs. And the rainbow light continues to move up our chest and our shoulders. And it lifts up through the neck and the face like a curtain of rainbow light being lifted off, leaving behind it only the most beautiful white light of love that has filled and healed and nourished every part of us. And as we begin to move our bodies in the chair a little bit, and to feel our feet back on the floor, we feel refreshed, we feel relaxed, we feel awake. And when you're ready, I invite you to open your eyes. And if you're back, just give me a little thumbs up. And I'd love to hear how you feel, how you did. Just wanted to give you a little bit of an open meditation today to be able to just allow thoughts to come in and allow, just to allow, really. There's so much that's swirling around for all of us with what's going on in our world and what's going on in, that just to be able to give you the opportunity to just be and to just allow. So powerful. And so I want to thank you for joining me. I know I saw a bunch of people popping in and popping out, but I want to thank you for joining me for a little bit of meditation today. I hope it was helpful. I hope you feel relaxed and refreshed. And I look forward to meditating again with you next week. Have a wonderful week. Have a wonderful, safe rest of your week. and I look forward to seeing you. I'll see you on Monday for our weekly Facebook Live, and I'll see you on next Wednesday for our next meditation. If you have questions about meditation, oh, major thunderstorm, that's great. Wonderful energy in thunderstorms. If you have questions about meditation or anything about how to meditate, or just some tips or any place where you're struggling, please just put them in the comments and we'll make sure to address them when we're together again next week. Have a great evening. Stay safe.